Do hymnu.
To the anthem. The anthem of the European Union, Ode to Happiness, Ode to Joy. Thank you very much. Please take your seats.
Witam Państwa.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the graduate ceremony of the Master Studies at the Warsaw School of Economics. I'm so happy that we're gathering on this beautiful day and that we have a great opportunity to celebrate your success. In line with the agenda of our ceremony, we move over to the next point in the agenda. It will be the speech delivered by the rector. Ladies and gentlemen, I have only 16 points, so I think we will finish in 45 minutes this part. So welcome wholeheartedly, and let me congratulate to all of you on your success. You can be proud of yourselves. You can be proud that you were just graduating from our university, that you managed to defend and write your master thesis, and you got some good grades. But I don't want to thank you for that, because you're not the main heroes of today. The main heroes of today are totally different people. These people sitting on the second floor, looking proudly at you, your dearest parents. I think that on this point they deserve a round of applause. As you know, your success has many mothers and fathers. I'd like to say thank to all people who are co-authors of your success, your teachers with whom you had lectures, the supervisors of your theses that you've been cooperating with during the last semester of your studies. I'd like to thank to Mrs. Dean, who was so capable of organizing this didactic process, making it possible for you to graduate today. Let me congratulate to and thank to all vice rectors and all other employees of the master's studies. Together, we've spent 2 years at this university. These 2 years were particularly difficult because one word was mentioned in every sentence, and it was crisis. Crisis related to the pandemic, a remote teaching, a bad war in Ukraine, unnecessary war in Ukraine, energy crisis, and economic crisis, climate crisis. But all of us, we managed to overcome all these obstacles because we are a family of the Warsaw School of Economics, and our family is strong. Our family is quite untypical because it brings together and it has no divorces. So no matter how your life will look like, all of you will remain part of the Warsaw School of Economics family. So we are only saying, see you soon. We're not saying goodbye. Let me congratulate to all students from Ukraine who, despite this difficult situation in their country, this outrageous war, managed to pass their exams and to write their master thesis, defend it, and they are here with us today. I think that they deserved a great round of applause. So to all students of Ukraine, I would like to extend my gratitude to all people, and I think that the family was very efficient in this respect. So I'd like to thank you for your engagement and support for our friends from Ukraine. It was our duty because the citizens of Ukraine are fighting not only for their own freedom, but for the freedom of Poland and entire Europe, an entire world. But that's true that we provided support, and this is something I'd like to thank you for. So you're going to leave the Warsaw School of Economics. You can be proud that you're graduates from this university. It's the best economic university in Poland among all economic universities pursuant to Perspective ranking. Number 1 in the ranking graduate on the job market, and it's an absolute number 1 among all universities in Poland. So that means that we offer high quality of education and we teach you well as future leaders and professionals. We're number 3 among all universities pursuant to the ranking of Press top brand ranking in 2022. The Warsaw University and the Jagiellonian University are the only 2 which are ahead of us. We ranked 112 out of 500 university brands. The Faculty of Management was ranked at the list of Financial Times. Product Management faculty was awarded in the category of New Technologies and Innovation. Also, this international dimension, especially European exchanges. This year, we've joined the European University Civica, bringing together the best universities like London School of Economics, Bocconi, or Science. Also, the international dimension of our university. We've got the accreditation EQUIS. This accreditation has been granted only to the 200 best business universities all around the world. In the Central and Eastern Europe, only 6, and in Poland, only 3. So you can see that all of us, we can be proud of where we are and of being a part of the Warsaw School of Economics family. You can see our motto, SGH shapes leaders. But it's also related to high level of expectations. What we expect from you, what we expect from leaders. There are a few things: wisdom, to be humble, to be empathetic, to be team players, and to be great decision makers, and to take responsible decisions, as well as to follow and respect the values that constitute the fundamentals of this university. Let me remind you of the most important values: honesty, respect, truth, professionalism, and cooperation. Leaders need to be, even more than ever, prepared to face rising challenges. What's at stake? The well-being of society and of the Polish economy. The future of Poland depends on you. The future of the Polish economy depends on you. We taught you to take wise decisions. And I'd like to ask you, when you are leaders in political, economic, and social life, please take wise decisions. As in May 1919, the professor of the Higher University of Commerce, the previous name of our university, and a member of the Parliamentary Commission working on the draft of the Constitution of Poland, Stanisław Wojciechowski, the president from the Warsaw School of Economics. We can be proud of him. On Monday at 2 p.m., we will unveil a special board devoted to this president. He used to say, "We live in the world of great changes of the European regime, and only these nations will survive, which will work hard and which will pay effort to expand their knowledge." Let's remember of the objectives you set for yourself. These objectives are very important. Dream big, but be aware that not the objective is important. The way you take to get to it is even more important. Very often, the journey is more important than the destination. Please remember, stay surrounded by wise people. Stay surrounded by competent people. Stay surrounded by people who will support you and who will provide you with a helpful hand in this journey. Remember that the greatest merit is in what you do. This is something which is timeless, and we should take it deep in our hearts. So design your career path in a wise way. Remember that you cannot do everything at once, that sometimes it takes some time to get to your destination. Please remember of what we're talking a lot at our university. For this reason, we start every ceremony and every event from the anthem of the European Union. And also for this reason, apart from our Polish and our university flag, we also have the EU flag. Remember that Poland has a status of a full member of the European community. And this status, no matter who says it, is our fundamental and inalienable value. The last events showed how important it is to stay in the European Union and to be a member of it anytime.
You are now members of the family of the Warsaw School of Economics. Don't forget to boast about your successes. We are very eager to listen to your successes, to hear about your successes, because our pride then is even greater. Whenever I see somebody succeeding, I always issue a congratulation letter, and I always invite such a person for coffee or for some tea. 95% of people usually come. They come to meet me because they know that they can receive an important thing. This is our symbol, this monopoly, the Warsaw School of Economics monopoly, the monopoly of the Warsaw School of Economics. I wish you all the successes. Please don't forget to let us know about your successes, and then I will always invite you for a very good coffee or for some very good tea. Please also remember about all the possibilities and opportunities that this Warsaw School of Economics offers. The doctoral studies, postgraduate studies, the MBA studies, various types of courses available, conferences. Once you have children, your own children, remember about this school, because we also have this kids school, Kids Academy of Commerce and Economics. Please take your kids to attend this academy too. When you are mature yourself, we also have the University of the Third Generation. Don't forget about that too. I do invite you to participate in our mentoring program. You, as our graduates, our alumni, can can offer your advice to your younger colleagues. I wish you all the best, ladies and gentlemen. Mainly, many successes. But also, I would like to wish you some failures too. The failures usually make us much more to the ground, so that we don't believe too much in our greatness. Many successes, much more successes than failures, but some failures too, because they can be very, very useful. Be bold when following your life path. Be wise on your ways, on your paths. Don't forget your roots. Remember about your school. This school is your family. Let us all not forget, as Professor Władysław Bartoszewski once said, that it's worth being a good, decent person. If you don't know how to act in a given situation, it's good to behave in a decent way. I wish you once again all the successes, satisfaction, and delight, joy of life. I wish you all this equilibrium between your professional life and your private life. Don't forget about networking, integration, about your family, your friends. They are all very important, because they constitute the foundation of our success and our equilibrium. The balance between your private, individual, and your professional life is very important. Please develop your interests, and I wish you all the best from my deep heart, and whatever I can wish you. You are very, very brave. You are very, and we are very proud of you. All the best to you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to introduce Mr. Vice Rector for Teaching and Students Affairs, Professor Krzysztof Kozłowski, to take the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, the beauty of this world is with me even since, or has been with me since I was at school myself. At that moment I didn't realize all of that. I didn't realize the truthfulness of those words. No. The beauty of life is also about the interpretation that is now being done live, and how to interpret such beautiful and wise words into another language, how to translate that. We can talk about the future ahead of you, or what is ahead of you, what is waiting for you, what you can expect. We can talk about it using words, then we can also check it upon delivery by means of some exam to tell you that you're ready to start your real life. And then your real life starts and everything is just upside down and the opposite way we expect it. Nevertheless, I am convinced that this school is really good at preparing you for this test. And no matter how many surprises you may encounter, at the end of the day, you will still feel and see the beauty of this life. And I'm sure that this school, you will associate this school with moments of joy, moments of satisfaction, and will always help you to come back to those building and creative moments of your life to strengthen you even more. It's just like it can be compared to a situation when you're submerged in water. When you get into water and you're just under the surface, you fear for a moment, you feel the fear, but then you can turn around and you can from down there you can see the brightness of the sun above you. So I wish you such moments, such sunny moments, full of positive emotions, and full of this I know that you have encountered a number of difficult moments during your studies, the pandemic, the war in Ukraine, the economic crisis. This list, just to name just a few. I hope that when recollecting moments at this school, you will feel and you will see and you will remember and be able to recollect many bright moments. And I hope, I wish you could associate, I hope you will be able to associate this school with such moments, because this is where my role and my work stops. I'm very satisfied. I'm really satisfied, and I'm really convinced that you are well prepared, and I can give you over to Professor Sobiecki, who will take care of you later. Thank you very much for the experience that you are authors of. Thank you for all those joyful moments, even no matter how hard this world is. But I'm still very grateful for being here at this school. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear Rector. And now I would like to invite to the stage Madam Dean of Graduate Studies, Professor Dorota Niedziółka. Dear graduates, This ceremony is the last moment to use a word to educate you. Paul Ricoeur once said that there isn't any other way of successfully changing the world. The only one is the word. Word represents a tool to be together, to formulate opinions, and to share. This word is very special for me. There is one such word I would like to stop you at. This is wisdom. Some of us may believe that it's something that that pertains to history, to the past, that is associated and related to the power and knowledge. But we already know that it's not enough to know a lot to be wise. So what is this wisdom? It's very difficult to be defined. It's about modesty. Only those the stupid and fanatics are very certain of themselves. Socrates used to say that he knows that he doesn't know anything. He understands that he doesn't know anything. So wisdom is not a state; it's a path. If you believe that you are wise, then it means that you are stupid. We can only hope that the wisdom that we once gain will never be lost. How can we achieve that? By studying, by learning, and using our wisdom in the proper way. Wisdom is about understanding the world. Wisdom is not only about knowledge; it's also about understanding people's virtues, the humbleness, and thinking. Thinking is an indispensable element of wisdom. Without thinking, you can't be decent. You become evil, and you become an ally to those evil ones. The wise people will always think about the consequences of their deeds. They will always think about all the arguments, all the cons and pros. Wisdom is a sister to reasonability and reason. Taking all the contemporary channels of communication, we have an unlimited access to knowledge, whereas at the same time, people are very present, very aggressive, very visible, and stupid. The stupidity is present, and the stupidity is a result of this laziness, intellectual laziness, where stereotypes become the wisdom, and the authority, of real authorities is questioned. Some terms are simplified, opinions are shallow, and what is important becomes disregarded. Whereas this wisdom is something that we all need, and the world needs too. We need wisdom and knowledge how to live in a decent way, how to act, what to expect from others, what there can't be any consent to from us, and what are the other things we should tolerate. How can we become a wise person? Sapere aude. Don't be afraid to be wise. And this ceremony proves the fact that you are a completely formed and shaped, intellectually shaped human being. So you are, at the same time, you're obliged to think. You cannot be lazy, you cannot be stupid. And for the 2 years of your studies, we tried to convey not only the knowledge, the education, but also some skills skills of understanding, interpreting, experiencing, inquiring also. And I'm pretty sure that you are able to think about what is the essence of being a human being. You now possess this ability to understand the world, to see certain things, to find your way to harmony and values. Dear graduates, being next to you on your way to this graduation moment was a privilege to me. I'm pretty sure that the experience all the experiences that you've collected here were sometimes very hard, but will be very useful and valuable. You have developed some skills, and you have also developed your unique qualities, and you are now closer. And you are in the groove, in this intellectual groove to search the wisdom. I wish you all. I hope that you will not be reversed on this way. And then you will follow those who are ahead of us. And then I'm sure and I hope that your families, your close ones, will always be full of hope when looking at you. And please don't change yourself. Don't change and follow the path and the way that you have already started. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear Dean. Please rise. Gaudem apple Polonia.
Dziękuję bardzo.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats.
Przechodzimy do
Now we're moving towards the most important part of today's ceremony. We will hand over letters of congratulations and diplomas with distinctions. So I will entrust this part of the ceremony to Krzysztof Kozłowski. Your Magnificency and dear ladies and gentlemen, and we'll have the pleasure to take care of this part. Let me invite to the stage all graduates who will receive their diplomas with distinctions and our foreign students who will receive their letter of congratulations. Then we will have an online connection with one of the foreign students and we'll continue. I will just warn you because some of you came a little bit late. So if there is any shift in names, be patient. We will need to adjust the order. When it comes to the graduates awarded with diplomas with distinctions, let me invite to the stage Dominic Almendaris. The first case when we see how efficient we are in crisis management. Oh, there she is. I thought you were a girl. Sorry for that, Dominic.
Wait. No picture, nothing happens. A teraz mam przyjemność zaprosić panią Zuzannę Bukowską. Now I would like to invite Mrs. Anna Renata Clérigo dos Santos Carecheiro. Excuse me if my pronunciation isn't perfect. I mam przyjemność zaprosić pana magistra Andrzeja Czternastka. Zapraszam panią magister Zuzannę Danielczyk. I zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Dąbrowską. Zapraszam panią magister Joannę Elster. Zapraszam panią magister Weronikę Giza. Zapraszam panią magister Wiktorię Chalupczok. I would like to invite Mr. Moritz Helmler. Zapraszam panią magister Aleksandrę Chumięcką. Zapraszam panią magister Dominikę Jaśkiewicz. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Juszczak. Na pewno. Maybe there might be some change in the line because zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Juszczak. Nie, przepraszam, pani Katarzyna Juszczak już była. Panią magister Aleksandrę Kacprzycką. Okej. Pana magistra Wojciecha Koja. Okay. Pana magistra Mr. Tim Cothy. Zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Kozdra. Zapraszam pana magistra Bartosza Krystyniaka. Zapraszam panią magister Paulinę Kulczycką. Zapraszam panią magister Joannę Kwiek. Zapraszam pana magistra Kamila Miętusa. Dziękuję za wyczucie. Zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Niziołek. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Nowak. And now I would like to invite Mrs. Oluwatobi Omowumi, if I'm correct in pronunciation. And now I would like to invite Mrs. Carla Parucci. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Pietrowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Janusza Piątą. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Polit. Zapraszam panią magister Klaudię Serwas. Zapraszam panią magister Annę Serwa-Głąbską. Zapraszam panią magister Olgę Stryczek. Zapraszam panią magister Joannę Śmigielską. I zapraszam panią magister Annę Serwa-Głomską jeszcze raz. Zapraszam pana magistra Krzysztofa Śnieżko. Zapraszam pana magistra Mateusza Wasilewskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Małgorzatę Waśkowską. Zapraszam panią magister Natalię Weder-Grygielewicz. I zapraszam pana magistra Kamila Sawickiego. Now we are moving into the land of language fitness as we are moving to our foreign alumni. So please excuse me if my pronunciation as far as names will not be 100% correct. Thank you. So I would like to invite here Mr. Ahmed Adurthe. It's okay, you have seen it's not even close, but I really do invite you, sir. I would like to invite Mr. Shabab Al-Hemyari. This is you. Oh, so as you see, my pronunciation was so incorrect that we have actually given a wrong diploma to a wrong person. Of course. Inshallah. Inshallah. So let's continue. I would like to invite Ms. Alina Bajhuzhakova. There might be some confusion because on the list I have a lady. I would like to invite Ms. Emmy Benson. I would like to invite Mr. Jose Caloca Martinez. I would like to invite Mr. Edgar Caviedes Chukinia. I would like to invite Mr. Yuning Chen. I would like to invite to join us Mr. Francis Ching. I would like to invite Ms. Palak Dhananjay Dave. I would like to invite to join us Mrs. Maria Davidenko. I would like to invite to join us Mr. Ayobanji Funsho. I would like to invite Mr. Jamie Gumbana Vasquez. And I would like to invite Mr. Aditya Gupta. I would like to invite to join us Mr. Faris Hamid Ali. I would like to invite Mr. Aishwarya Jain. I would like to invite Mrs. Goodness Kanu. And I would like to invite, and I'm very, very sorry for obvious mispronunciation, Ms. Kartana Koruvalil Mural Dehagan. I would like to invite Mr. Chandan Gatka. And I would like to invite Mrs. Katerina Hamutova. I would like to invite Mrs. Ji Yong Kim. I would like to invite to join us Mr. Wei Hao Li. So I would like to invite to join us Mrs. Yu King Liu. I would like to invite Mr. Rohan Mamtani. I would like to invite here Mrs. Hema Limanek. And I would like to invite Mrs. Marina Mititelu. I would like to invite to join us Mrs. Nicole Moraga. And I would like to invite Mrs. Ridi Pandey. And I would like to invite Mrs. Akriti Pandey. I would like to invite Mr. Philippe Perry. I would like to ask to join us Mr. Nishin Pulpadan. I would like to invite Mrs. Ektarani. I would like to invite Mr. Presenjit Tore. And I would like to ask to join us Mr. Niels Resman. I would like to ask to join us Mr. Ashish Roy. And I would like to ask to join us Mrs. Prerna Segal. And I would like to invite to join us Mr. Levani Sidamonidze. And I would like to invite Mrs. Anastasia Sofiszczenko. And now there is this awkward moment when I know the student, but I don't see the student, but I still have to read the name. I would like to ask if Mrs. Nikita Solomon is with us. Okay. So I would like to ask to join us Mrs. Valeria Soltus. I would like to ask to join us Mr. Dhananjay Yadav. And I would like to ask to join us Mrs. Hujia Young. Szanowni Państwo, myślę, że wszystkim tym osobom, nad których nazwiskami się znęcałem, należą się teraz bardzo duże brawa. A teraz zgodnie ze scenariuszem proszę Jego Magnificencję o przejęcie tej części uroczystości. Zaprosić do wystąpienia przedstawiciela studentów zagranicznych.
Dobrze, w takim razie proszę Państwa, proszę o wystąpienie w imieniu absolwentów studiów magisterskich, studenta, który znalazł się w gronie wyróżnionych. Zapraszam do...
So now let me welcome Tim Carter, double graduate in finance and accounting.
Okay, wow. I didn't expect what a beautiful picture that is to look into so many smiling faces wearing these fashionable dresses. Well, thank you, first of all, Rector Wachowiak, for hosting this graduation today, and thank you to the director of the SGH Career and Alumni Service, Justina Kozerda, for inviting me to hold this commencement speech. My name is Tim, and I would like to express a warm welcome from my side to all graduates of the Masterclass 2022, to all guests, family members, and those who are attending the ceremony today. Today is the day of our master graduation, a day not just like any other to us, but a result from 2 years of hard work. Today, we are celebrating an achievement that we can and we should be all very proud about. However, as exciting as all this may sound, we are graduating in a time of large uncertainties. The effects of the COVID pandemic are still following us like a smoldering fire from day to day, not knowing whether we have overcome the pandemic by now or whether it will constrain our lives back in the future. Furthermore, the world as of today has become a place of geopolitical tensions and conflicts by February 24 this year, which is embodied in the brutal war of Russia against Ukraine. At this point, I would like to express my sympathy to all Ukrainian friends in this room and my commiseration to all the great challenges our Ukrainian neighbors are facing at the moment. Global political stability is shattered by the unrealistic beliefs of a single dictator, causing unnecessary hardship and uncertainty to all of us. For us, finishing the episode of being a student means also to be leaving the safe space of university and now entering into this world of uncertainty. A world with conflicts, global warming, high inflation rates, and energy crisis, to name just a few factors which are posing huge challenges to all of us individually and as a generation. When I was trying to figure out what I would be talking about today, I asked myself what would describe the course of our master studies the best. I realized that the word uncertainty is not just a characteristic to describe the current state of the world, but also well attributable to our master's class. Just remember in the very beginnings in 2020, when we started our studies and didn't even know whether we'll be able to attend classes in person and if we will be able to meet our fellow students. Some of us didn't even know whether it will be possible to enter the European area due to travel restrictions. On top of that, we are all challenged with continuous uncertainty about classes and exams being held remotely or in person on a very short notice. Then, just when the pandemic had eased, threats, fears, and uncertainties arose in the middle of our studies, starting with the war in the country next door. Not just that semesters and examination periods were stressful per se, all these factors have posed lots of additional hardship to us students in this room. I think this is something you can be proud about. So, we'll achieve the graduation today. Now you may be asking yourself what the message of all this is supposed to be. And it should be a simple one. Today we are sitting here celebrating our graduation regardless of all the challenges that have caused additional hardship to us during our studies. We have proven to us and to the world that we are able to achieve our targets no matter how challenging the way was to get there. We have proven to remain focused on our aims beside all the external side fires which were challenging us underway. What I want to say is that with the diploma you'll be holding in your hands today, you do not solely prove your academic excellence, but you also prove a valuable set of personal skills that enables us to face all the big challenges ahead for us individually and as a generation. As we are moving into the next chapter of our lives, being it a scientific career, building a startup or work in a corporation, we do not know what to expect. But we certainly bring the toolkit to make the best out of it. Knowing what we can achieve and considering the challenges we are facing along are giving us tailwind to encounter what is yet to come. Tackling these challenges with our positivity, being aware of our responsibilities, and knowing what we are capable of is, to my understanding, the best way to address our future. I truly believe that this should be, and it will be, the attitude of our generation to approach the challenges ahead, and we in this room have already proven that we are committed in doing so. In the end, I would like to express my deep gratitude to those who enabled me to graduate from SKH with you today. First, thanks to my mom and dad, who are hopefully watching the video later on, for your strong support during the past years. Thanks to my sister Julia, who was giving me inspiring insights into some alternative views about life. Thanks to all my friends and fellows I met along the way in Frankfurt, Bergen, Mainz, and then, of course, in Warsaw, who have made the time of studying one of the most memorable episodes in my life. Thanks also to my thesis supervisor, Dr. Borowski, for your professional support during the preparation and for reinforcing my interest into the field of monetary policy. Last but not least, thanks to Kasia, who is with us in this auditorium today, and a person without I most likely would have never studied at SKH. Thank you for giving me the chance and explore the beautiful country of Poland, and thank you for this wonderful time so far. Kocham cię, Kasiu. Before I hand back over to Rector Wachowiak, I would like to give the last moment of the speech to you graduates, to take a moment of silence for yourself and think about your beloved ones who have enabled you to study with us all together today. Take a moment of silence. Thank you very much for this great 2 years together, and all those who have made this masterclass a very special one. I'm wishing you a great celebration out there tonight, and of course all the best for the future, and hope we'll stay in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Proszę Państwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's move towards the next part, the next item of our agenda. Rector and Professor Kozłowski will take the lead during this part. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a great pleasure to continue. I will invite to the stage for a handshake with His Magnificency Rector the following graduates.
Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Adamczyka. Zapraszam panią magister Karlę Agnes. Zapraszam panią magister Ilonę Andaliukiewicz. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Antosika. Zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Balcerzak. wiem, pana magistra zapraszam Adriana Bałę. Ale z nie mniejszą przyjemnością zapraszam panią magister Beatę Bartczak. Zapraszam panią magister Aleksandrę Bączyk. Zapraszam pana magistra Kacpra Bis. Zapraszam panią magister Agnieszkę Błaszkowską. Zapraszam panią magister Martynę Borkowską. Zapraszam panią magister Natalię Borowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Bartosza Budnę. Zapraszam panią magister Monikę Budytę. Zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Bugalską. Zapraszam panią magister Natalię Burdzel. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Burę. Zapraszam panią magister Zuzannę Byczkowską. Wyczytuję nazwisko w kolejności, przepraszam, na wszelki wypadek, gdyby ktoś siedział gdzie indziej. Zapraszam pana magistra Władysława Bystryckiego. Okay. I zapraszam panią magister Emilię Chątowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Jana Chojnackiego. Zapraszam panią magister Darię Ciarczyńską. Zapraszam panią magister Sandrę Cieszkowską. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Cizio. Zapraszam panią magister Agnieszkę Czarnecką. Zapraszam panią magister Weronikę Czech. I panią magister Adriannę Czech. Zapraszam panią magister Aleksandrę Czubaszek. Zapraszam panią magister Edytę Dąbrowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Domańskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Doniecką. Zapraszam pana magistra Artema Dubowycza. Zapraszam panią magister Annę Dudzińską. Zapraszam pana magistra Adriana Dybowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Monikę Dziubich. Zapraszam pana magistra Jana Elznerowicza. Zapraszamy pana magistra Jakuba Filipczyka. Zapraszamy pana magistra Filipa Filipkowskiego. Zapraszamy pana magistra Marcina Gajewskiego. Zapraszamy panią magister Aleksandrę Gandzyk. Zapraszamy panią magister Kamilę Garbarczyk. Zapraszamy panią magister Klaudię Gawor. Zapraszamy panią magister Karolinę Gębicką. Zapraszamy panią magister Paulinę Gierdowicz. To zapraszamy panią magister Katarzynę Gierek. Zapraszamy panią magister Darię Giżyńską. Zapraszamy pana magistra Kamila Głowalę. Zapraszamy panią magister Adriannę Gnoza. Zapraszamy panią magister Karolinę Goławską. I zapraszamy panią magister Justynę Głuczyńską. Zapraszamy panią magister Adriannę Gronostajską. Zapraszamy panią magister Magdalenę Grzesiewską. Zapraszamy panią magister Katarzynę Guzę. I zapraszamy pana magistra Patryka Chełkę. Zapraszamy panią magister Oliwię Hodgkinson. Zapraszamy panią magister Angelikę Holz. Zapraszamy pana magistra Piotra Izdebskiego. I zapraszamy panią magister Anetę Jabłońską. Zapraszamy panią magister Malwinę Jopek. Zapraszamy pana magistra Michała Kabałę. Zapraszamy panią magister Ramonę Kaczkowską. Zapraszamy panią magister Weronikę Kaczmarek. Zapraszamy pana magistra Sebastiana Kaczorowskiego. Zapraszamy panią magister Alicję Kałuża. Zapraszamy panią magister Natalię Karlik. Zapraszamy pana magistra Andrzeja Kasianiuka. Zapraszamy panią magister Alenę Kazjakowską. Przepraszam. Zapraszamy pana magistra Rafała Kęsika. Zapraszamy panią magister Janę Klunejkę. Zapraszamy panią magister Uladę Knacko. Zapraszamy pana magistra Piotra Kochonia. Zapraszamy pana magistra Mateusza Kocmana. Zapraszamy pana magistra Radosława Kolago. Zapraszamy panią magister Karolinę Kolono. Zapraszamy pana magistra Macieja Kołakowskiego. I zapraszamy panią magister Karolinę Kołatkowską. Zapraszamy panią magister Małgorzatę Kołder. Zapraszamy panią magister Justynę Kołodziej. Zapraszamy panią magister Karolinę Kołodziejczyk. Zapraszamy panią magister Martę Koncewicz. Zapraszamy panią magister Izabelę Koper. Zapraszamy panią magister Joannę Korycińską. Zapraszamy panią magister Monikę Kowalczyk. Zapraszamy panią magister Natalię Kowalską. Zapraszamy pana magistra Błażeja Kowalskiego. Zapraszamy panią Martynę Kozioł, panią magister Martynę Kozioł. Zapraszamy panią magister Beatę Krawczyk. Zapraszamy pana magistra Piotra Kruczewskiego. I już widzę, że będzie jakieś przetasowanie, więc zapraszam panią magister Annę Krupiak. Zapraszam pana magistra Michała Krysika, pana magistra Łukasza Kryskę, pana magistra Jakuba Kubisia, panią magister Natalię Kucal, panią magister Paulę Kurczyńską, zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Kuśmierczyk, zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Kwiatkowską, i zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Lasot. Czy jest z nami pani magister Angelika Lech? Czyli wracamy na tą stronę. Zapraszam pana magistra Michała Lechowskiego. Panie Michale? Nie trafiło. Zapraszam pana magistra Kamila Lemańskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Leńczuk. Zapraszam pana magistra Damiana Lewandowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Witalinę Liniczuk. Panią magister Elizawetę Liwenkę. Zapraszam pana magistra Michała Liwskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Monikę Lotkowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Jędrzeja Lubasińskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Darię Luczko. Zapraszam pana magistra Adama Łatę. Zapraszam panią magister Michalinę Łobocką. Zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Maciejewską. I zapraszam panią magister Klaudię Maciejewską. Zapraszam panią magister Sandrę Magdziak. Zapraszam pana magistra Kamila Majewskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Julię Malczewską. Zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Małecką. Zapraszam panią magister Anitę Marciniak. I zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Marciniak. Zapraszam pana magistra Mateusza Marka. Zapraszam panią magister Alicję Markowską. Zapraszam panią magister Paulinę Masternak. Zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Maścibrodę. Zapraszam panią magister Zofię Matlak. Zapraszam panią magister Natalię Mazur. Zapraszam pana magistra Karola Michalaka. Zapraszam pana magistra Michała Miotk. Zapraszam panią magister Magdalenę Mochtak. Zapraszam panią magister Małgorzatę Nazaruk. Zapraszam panią magister Joannę Niestępską. Zapraszam panią magister Adriannę Nowicką. Zapraszam pana magistra Konrada Nowickiego. Zapraszam panią magister Marlenę Olszewską. Zapraszam pana magistra Piotra Ordona. A może pana magistra Tomasza Orłowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Agatę Osak. Zapraszam pana magistra Norberta Ostrowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Maję Ościłowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Piotra Pakulskiego i pana magistra Krzysztofa Papiernika. I tym samym przechodzimy do zaproszenia pani magister Julii Parman. Zapraszam panią magister Elwirę Patalan. Zapraszam panią magister Paulinę Pawelec. Zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Pawłowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Natalię Perkowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Rafała Pieńkosza. I pana magistra Grzegorza Pieńkosza. Zapraszam pana magistra Arkadiusza Pietrucha. Jest, nadciąga. Zapraszam pana magistra Karola Piotrowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Kamilę Pisarek. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Płonką. Zapraszam panią magister Patrycję Podolak. Zapraszam panią magister Darię Podziewską. Zapraszam panią magister Weronikę Polak. I zapraszam pana magistra Rafała Pożych. Zapraszam panią magister Ilonę Postek. Zapraszam panią magister Alicję Prokopiuk. Zapraszam panią magister Angelikę Raciborską. Zapraszam panią magister Karenę Rakowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Michała Ratajczaka. Zapraszam pana magistra Mateusza Rojka. To może pana magistra Artura Rosińskiego? To mam przyjemność zaprosić panią magister Violettę Rosłoniec. Zapraszam panią magister Dominikę Rostek. Pana magistra Michała Rutkowskiego. Panią magister Kamilę Rysak. Przepraszam. Pana magistra Radosława Rząd. Pana magistra Edgara Sachanowicza. Panią magister Annę Sadło. I zapraszam panią magister Martę Sanowską. Zapraszam panią magister Emilię Schulz. Zapraszam panią magister Natalię Serafin. Panią magister Walerię Szwediuk. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Sięba. Zapraszam pana magistra Patryka Siuchnińskiego. Zapraszam pana magistra Kamila Słotą. To pana magistra Bartłomieja Smulskiego. Pana magistra Rafała Somera. Zapraszam panią magister Ewę Stachowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Stanisława Steckiewicza. Zapraszam pana magistra Sebastiana Sternickiego. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Storowskiego. To zapraszam panią magister Marię Stranczewską. Zapraszam pana magistra Przemysława Strzeżek. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Sulowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Zofię Surmę. Zapraszam panią magister Joannę Szaciłowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Wiktora Szczepanowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Weronikę Szkudlarek. Zapraszam panią magister Dominika Szlasa. Panią magister Zuzannę Szpakiewicz-Szatan. Zapraszam panią magister Wiktorię Szulawiak. Zapraszam panią magister Małgorzatę Szymańską. Pana magistra Stanisława Śliwińskiego. Zapraszam pana magistra Tomasza Śmierzyńskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Agnieszkę Świstowską. Panią magister Magdalenę Świstowską. Aha. Literówka. Pani magister Agnieszko, zapraszamy. I przepraszamy za literówkę scenariuszu. Tak. Zapraszamy panią magister Barbarę Taraszkiewicz. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Tkaczuk. Zapraszam panią magister Paulinę Tkaczyk. Zapraszam panią magister Annę Tołczyk. Zapraszam pana magistra Edgara Tomasewicz. Zapraszam panią magister Julię Tomaszewską. Zapraszam pana magistra Pawła Tsaru. Zapraszam pana magistra Karola Urbanka. Zapraszam panią magister Hannę Waranko. Zapraszam panią magister Zofię Walczak. Zapraszam panią magister Klaudię Waruszewską. Zapraszam pana magistra Mateusza Węgrowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Wieczorek. Zapraszam panią magister Anitę Wieżowiecką. Zapraszam panią magister Wiktorię Wiewiór. Zapraszam pana magistra Sebastiana Wijas. Zapraszam panią magister Zuzannę Wiśniewską. I zapraszam panią magister Annę Wiśniewską. Zapraszam pana magistra Huberta Witkowskiego. Zapraszam pana magistra Majcieja Wojciechowskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Wojtarowicz. Zapraszam panią magister Martynę Wołejko. Zapraszam panią magister Weronikę Wołejną. Zapraszam panią magister Karolinę Wronę. Zapraszam pana magistra Marka Wrzosa. Zapraszam panią magister Klaudię Wyrozamską. Zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Wysockiego. Zapraszam panią magister Weronikę Zalewską. I zapraszam panią magister Natalię Zalewską. Zapraszam pana magistra Tomasza Zęgotę. Zapraszam pana magistra Mateusza Zieleniewskiego. Zapraszam panią magister Agnieszkę Żebrowską. Zapraszam pana magistra Łukasza Żółcika. Zapraszam panią magister Aleksandrę Żurawicką. Zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Daniluka. Zapraszam panią magister Adriannę Sosnowską, panią magister Agatę Siłkę, pana magistra Pawła Cepryńskiego-Ciekawy. Zapraszam panią magister Aleksandrę Wróblewską. I zapraszam panią magister Aleksandrę Kuźmińską. Zapraszam panią magister Małgorzatę Jagodzińską. Zapraszam pana magistra Aleksandra Kunysz. Zapraszam panią magister Katarzynę Wojciechowską. Zapraszam panią magister Solomiję Kosjanienko. I zapraszam pana magistra Jakuba Dziewulskiego. Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you. And I would like to voice over to His Magnificence Rector. Thank you very much, dear Rector, for handling this part of our ceremony. Gaudeamus igitur, please rise.
Oh
Dziękuję bardzo.
Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Wobec tego, proszę Państwa, jesteście już
Now, you are the alumni.
Bardzo dziękuję Pani.
Thank you very much, Madam Dean, for taking care of our wonderful students. Thank you very much, dear Rector, for taking care of our students and our undergraduates. And now we are in the hands of very good hands of Vice Rector Roman Sobiecki, and the floor is yours, Professor. His Magnificence Rector, Madam Dean, Mr. Rector, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, families, parents of our graduates, and dear all young students, graduates, and our friends. No, you are under my jurisdiction, so to speak. I'm very glad to hear that, and I hope that you will be glad too in the future. So yet another stage of your education is over. All those stages of acquiring knowledge and completing your education was divided into certain stages: the kindergarten, the parenting center, the kindergarten, then the primary school, secondary school, and finally the studies, graduate studies. And now in the stage, you are in the stage that has no limits, no time boundaries. But that does not mean that your education is finished and should be finished. You have heard from Madam Dean the words of Socrates. I know and I understand that I don't know anything. This wisdom coming from such a wise philosopher, but please follow the words and listen to what he said next. Even though I'm old, I keep learning. That's what he said. Also, it's like a golden thought. Now your education will, and your learning process will change, will have another shape. You will have more freedom in setting your own path. You will not be obliged to pass exams, unwanted exams, follow topics and study topics you don't want to study. I remember those questions. Which subject do you like in your school, at your school the most? Well, the break. The break was my favorite topic at school. So it's going to be the past. It's now the past, because now you will be choosing what you really like to do and you really want to do. Completing this stage should be a source of your satisfaction. I congratulate you on the completion of this stage. I'm proud of you. You can be proud of yourself too. Madam Dean talked not only about wisdom in wonderful words. She also mentioned the fact that wisdom and knowledge are not equivalent, are not the same. I have an empirical proof of that. You are my proof. Why and in what way? Well, a few years ago, you didn't have the knowledge and the knowledge you have now, but you are wise enough to select the Warsaw School of Economics as your alma mater. I wish you all this wisdom. You understand perfectly well that the Warsaw School of Economics is not at the center of the universe, but we should appreciate what we have. We should appreciate the value that we represent and you represent. I wish you all the best, all the luck when choosing, because there will be a number of choices in front of you, because I believe that you will be able to use your knowledge and this wisdom in making the right decisions, in order to make your life decent, in order to take proper decisions, make proper decisions. You sometimes have to forget about others. Of course, course, we have to be generous, and we have to be friendly towards. We have to be friendly towards one another. But still, we can't forget about ourselves. And I hope that this school will help you choose the right paths and make right decisions, and choose from the best, to decide which relations between with other students you should continue, and which of the relations should be discontinued. The collaboration between graduates is among the forces and the driving forces of our school. I wish you, dear graduates, I wish you all the possibility and the ability to collaborate, to work together. Feel invited to join us at any moment you want, even without any specific occasion or reason. And I would like to finish by saying that in your life, you can use you can please remember in your life to choose the subjects wisely. Never forget about another human being, because another human being should be and is the most important element of our lives. So thank you. Thank you very much, dear Rector. And now we know Croatia is number 3, Morocco number 4, 2-1 was the score of the match. We already know the score of the match in the World Cup. And now we are moving to the last presentation, a very important presentation and speech by the head of the councils, of the Students' Council, Madam Marta Ekner.
Przewodnicząca jeszcze nic nie powiedziała, a już dostała oklaski.
Okay, it's not just Madam Marta Ekner. We already applaud, even though she hasn't said anything. This is due to the presentation by His Magnificence.
Your Magnificence, the authorities of the Warsaw School of Economics. And dear graduates, I'm speaking to all of you on behalf of your younger colleagues. Let me congratulate you on your graduation at the Warsaw School of Economics, the best economic university in Poland. But apart from congratulating you, I'd like to thank you. And you are probably asking yourself, for what? When you started your studies, you took the responsibility for yourself and for people around you. And being your younger colleagues, we treated you as role models. You set examples for us. You caused that when we joined this university, we felt we are one family. We're friends. You were more experienced and you shaped us. You showed us that it's so great to study. We treated you as role model and examples during your discovery of your path. We started to discover our own, and our idols were not people from front pages of magazines, but you, people who inspired us. People who inspired us during different projects. And here I'm taking a look at people I know from your activity within the Students' Council. We did really great things. You took responsibility on your shoulders, and you formed us, the future activists within the Students' Council. You showed us that impossible is nothing. And here you are just extending the scope of your responsibility. You are not only the future of Poland, because you are going to assume the positions of leaders in the largest companies. I'd like to tell you that hopefully we will meet in the future, that you will visit us at the university, that you will join doctoral studies or stay our mentors during the mentors program. But first and foremost, I wish you a great celebration in the evening. This is your day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear head of the Students' Council. And last but not least, the performance for a great choir conducted by Tomasz Chynek, who will perform an Ukrainian Christmas carol called Szczedryk, known under the title of Carol of the Bells. We have such a great choir, being so active, so for sure it will not be their last performance ever. Thank you very much. As you could see, especially your guests, we have a really outstanding choir with a global, international reputation. Everything is global here. So a round of applause to all of them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end. That's the end of this part, of the official part of this ceremony. Or maybe you're interested in resuming it from the very beginning. I'm ready. And somebody asked me whether we are tired because we started at noon today. No, we can have a third trial. Why not? We are privileged by your presence here at the Warsaw School of Economics, because that's great you didn't choose any other university. We had a lot of competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me extend my congratulations to all of you. We are so proud of all of you. As I said, congratulations to your parents, your relatives, your closest. You can be really proud of your children. I wish you a lot of satisfaction that you graduated from this school. I wish you a lot of success. Don't forget about us. Don't forget about the Warsaw School of Economics and visit us as often as possible. And now, in a minute, we're going to have a family picture. You will throw your graduation caps. Then we will have a toast in the parachute hall. We will drink some great mead from our bees. The mead is called Bee of Economics, Warsaw Bee of Economics. And then let's have a chat. Please let me remind you to hand over your gowns and hats, and let me thank the Justyna Kozera. And the team with whom you've been cooperating, and to the interpreters into English. Once again, all the best. So take care. You're very brave. Please remain as brave in the future. All the best. And I'm handing back to our director.